This secret can change your life. Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Master J. Today we're going to be going over the law of magnetism. The law of magnetism is very important, and apparently I needed a refresher too because I was looking for a different topic for this video. I was looking at emotional intelligence, which that can be our next video, but these notes I haven't looked at in 2 years since these are dated August 9th, 2022. We're going to be going over them. We're going to be learning something very important that can really assist your life. Now, the law of magnetism. What is the law of magnetism? The law of magnetism basically states who you are is who you attract. So your personality, your whatever it may be, your feelings, emotions, your type of family that you have, it attracts other people of the same thing as you. So magnets, for example, you'll attract one similar magnet to another, which in reality it's the opposite of a magnet. So for magnets, what would happen is the opposite side attract. For this, the similar side you're attracting. So let's just get right into it. There are a few different parts of the law of magnetism. I'm going to go over the main ones right now, which are the attitude, background, and your values that you have. So for example, positive people don't attract negative people because they don't want to hear the negativity. They also don't attract negative people because they're not negative people. Positive people will attract positive people. Negative people attract negative people. Positive people are growing, negative people aren't really going anywhere yet until they change their mindset and change how they feel about everything. Also, every person you meet, you should leave them with the impression of increase, because then you will feel the impression of increase, which means you will increase. People are attracted to other people with that of similar background, and people are attracted to other people with similar values. So if you have the same family or emotion, like I said before, you're going to attract people with the same kind of family or emotion or values or whatever it may be. Then we go to leadership ability. People are going to follow leaders that are stronger than them. That's just how it works. You're going to follow someone who makes more money than you. You're going to follow someone who knows more than you. You're going to follow someone who can teach you. That is the whole point of being a leader, but people have to lead themselves before they can be led, which means that they're not going to go looking for mediocre leaders to follow, because if they're following leaders that are worse at leading than they are, then they're not going to go anywhere. It's just going to be something that they're relearning. They could be the leader, for example, in that scenario. But if you're not happy on what you're attracting, you need to work on your leadership level and skills. So, for example, think of like D&D or an RPG game. You got to go do these things that are in your level that you can do, so you can level up and become a better character, better leader, we'll say. From these higher levels, you can go do bosses, better quests, better missions, whatever it may be, so that you can improve yourself and improve on what you're attracting into your life. Few final things. You need to forgive those who did you wrong, and you need to let it go. Because when you hold on to anger or hate towards someone else, it's like holding a hot coal or putting your hand on a stove. Only you can feel the burn, and only you will feel the repercussion and consequences of your actions. The universe is going to provide you with circumstances of suffering when you need it most, because these circumstances can transform you into a better person if you drop your ego and your stubbornness. And the whole reason you don't learn your underlying reason of pain is because of ego, which means you need to put your ego aside and learn to integrate ego into your life. So that doesn't mean shutting it out completely in all cases, but it also means not listening to ego when, say, you need to do something, ego says, I don't want to do that, we can do it later, and then it never gets done. That's ego. You need to learn to control that and not let that control you, because you are not the body. Ego is the body. You need to not be the body. And we all live in mental prisons that we think we can't get out of, but all we need to do is walk out the door. It's like someone locking you in a room and then giving you the key out, and you're just ignoring the key. And a few final things I'm going to go over from my notebook that I didn't squeeze into this PowerPoint. You cannot make yourself a victim, because when you make yourself a victim, you feel sorry for yourself. And feeling sorry for yourself is an act of weakness. Everyone needs to hear that, because it is the truth. When you feel sorry for yourself, there is nothing anyone can do for you until you do something to change. Feeling sorry for yourself doesn't get you anywhere. It just attracts more negativity into your life that you don't need. You need to change your mindset and change your emotion in order to attract more positive people, more effective leaders, more growth into your life. Because when you're not growing, you're dying. And when you're dying, you're not doing anything, which we've discussed multiple times before in other videos. You also need to accept everything for what it is, and you need to push through it, which means embracing the moment. And embracing the moment means living in the now, not in the past and not in the future. The now is the most important time you can be in and acknowledge, because living in the past only brings about past circumstances that you've already lived through. Living in the future is not always a bad thing, I will say that, because if you're thinking of your goals, thinking of where you want to go, that's great. Dream building, we talked about that before. Dream building's great. But if you're thinking of the what ifs in this future, then you're not going to go anywhere, and you're going to attract all the what ifs that you're what ifing. Living in the future is also not an opportunity, though, even if you're dream building, because dream building is meant for you to focus on what you need to do now. Living in the future isn't an effective way to live, because you're not embracing the current moment. You're not happy with your current moment. You need to be happy with every second that you're alive and breathing. That's about all I have for everyone today. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all learned something from this, because this was a very meaty lesson. We're going to talk about emotional intelligence next. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more. Comment if you have a question or a suggestion. I will see you guys in the next video, and stay thriving.